How's it going, guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 24, and of course in the last episode we started the second season off with Blackburn Rovers now in the Premiership, and we didn't have any pre-season games, so I do apologise for that. We did see a hell of a lot of business, sign a hell of a lot of players, and also lose a hell of a lot of players. But our first pre-season game was at home to AS Roma of Serie A, and it was no real surprise. This was a really difficult game. Roma obviously a very strong side, and Wellington gave them the lead with just 5 minutes to go, and I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be an awful start. One game, one loss. Even in the pre-season, it's never nice. But straight from kickoff, we went down the left-hand side. Wilfried Zaha, who I absolutely love. Lovely Ronaldo chop, double step over, and how's that for a finish? Bottom corner from the former Crystal Palace winger. It's a lovely finish and a nice little prayer celebration as well. So 1-1 the final score. So nice to salvage that, and you know, I mean, it's great to have fight backs. You know, it's just so nice to know that even when you're not playing very well, you can come back straight from kickoff and rescue something out of the game. So yeah, 1-1 the final. Yeah. 1-1 the final score, and that was really nice. But straight after that game, Chelsea said they wanted some more money for Oriol Romeo, the young defensive midfielder who I'm interested in getting, obviously, because Dixon Atu, who is getting on, he's probably going to be leaving the club, and I do want to go ahead and pick up someone to replace him, and this is Dixon Atu here, actually. And to QPR, I don't want to spend too much money, the bastards, but to ask for 850 grand, that's pretty good. That's not too bad. That'll cover a little bit of what Romeo is going to cost, and of course, we'll be better at getting a better player, and someone that will obviously grow into a better player as well, and has got many more years ahead of Dixon Atu. But we got a youth squad update here, a scout update, I should say, for my English guy. Not too many great players in there, so I just left that. And here was a media article that said that we were predicted to finish 16th, so yeah, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, I'll be pretty happy with that, to be honest, because like I said, it's a tough league, 20 teams, and obviously the bottom 5 I reckon are going to be really close come the end of the season in terms of points. So yeah, if we can finish 16, I'll be pretty happy with that. But yeah, Chelsea eventually accept the bid we put in for Oriol Romeo. I can't remember the actual transfer, but I know we were included Morten Gamst Pedersen, and hopefully we can go ahead and get the defensive midfielder, who, like I said before, I really do rate. I think he's a good player in real life, and should play more. But here's another youth squad monthly report. Some of the players looking pretty decent. Don't think I signed anyone, just had a look at the stats and all that crap, and yeah, they look pretty good. Like I said, I'm obviously not too pleased with a couple of them, but the majority look pretty decent. I think I'll promote them in the near future, because I think they're all 16 years old, which is lovely. But the following game is away in France to take on Monaco, AS Monaco, and this game was really frustrating because, as I said before, I need to sign a better first team goalkeeper, and as much as I love Paolo Gazzaniga, he just has to do better than that, man. That was really poor. It was a really weak shot. I know it was right in the corner, don't get me wrong, but it was a weak shot, and he's got to get down to that, but he didn't. It was 1-0 to AS Monaco, and unfortunately for us, with 10 minutes to go, as we were pushing for an equaliser, well, I mean, there's nothing that Gazzaniga could do about that. He should have saved the first one, but that was an amazing strike from Iserek, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And 2-0 the final score, so really disappointing. To be honest, out of the 3 friendlies we had, I thought Monaco would be the easiest team, so to lose 2-0 was really disappointing, even away from home. But QPR go ahead and accept the counter-off we made for them for Dixon Atu, so he looks like he's going to be on his way for 850 grand. But Romeo comes in, and I'm absolutely delighted, because it means that even if Atu does leave, we've got his replacement. We've got the sort of guy that will just sit back and defend and won't bomb up the pitch, so that is absolutely perfect. Romeo comes in for, I believe it was 3.2 million plus Pedersen. I can't remember now, it's gone off the screen. But the final pre-season game against TSG Hoffenheim from Germany, and like I said, I thought Monaco would be the easiest team to play against, but against Hoffenheim, they really were difficult, and you know, half an hour in, Rudy's crossing, and again, you have to ask questions of Gazzaniga there. Does he really need to go for that punch? Can't he just stand on the line and wait for the ball to go up in the air? He went for the punch, he completely fucked it up, and it was 1-0 to Hoffenheim, and pretty much straight from kickoff they won the ball back. Dirdiok here down the right hand side, playing it to Beck, who finds Vukovic. He plays it back to Beck, who whips across in, it gets blocked, it comes back to him, he plays it in again, it comes to Dirdiok, and Romeo on his debut really should be doing better than that. He just lunges into the Hoffenheim player, and unfortunately that gives Salihovic the chance to make it 2-0 to Hoffenheim. Gazzaniga trying to save the penalty here against Salihovic, but unfortunately chipped it down the middle cheekily like a little cunt, and in the 36th minute it meant it was Blackburn 0, Hoffenheim 2, and I was thinking, my god, that's me done, we're not going to survive if we play like this. But this is exactly what we're going to need in the Premiership, a real fighting spirit, because even though these are pre-season friendly games, they're still a real testament to how your season may be, and in the third pre-season game, to lose 2-0 at home, that's not good enough. So when Kim Shin-wook scored here in the 50th minute, I thought maybe, just maybe, if we play our game, we can go ahead and salvage a draw and finish this game not too badly. But when Wilfried Zaha robs the ball of Salihovic here, we go on a counter. It's 3-on-2. He plays it into Jordan Slew, who cuts it across to Kim Shin-wook. It's a sweat goal, but I don't care because we're back in the game. It's 2-2. What a brilliant fight back. And with 10 minutes to go, I'm still yet to score my first free kick in the series, and unfortunately the run's going to continue. Henriksen hits the post. I sub him off for Lee Yong-jae, my South Korean striker, who I've said before is rapid. He's going to be a great impact substitution. And when Olsen doesn't give up here on Vukovic, he eventually gets to the ball the third time of asking, plays the ball to Kim Shin-wook, and it's a classic Blackburn counter-attack. Just like the second goal, really, we just bomb bodies forward. Olsen from left back runs forward, plays the ball into Lee Yong-jae, my centre back. Lovely fake shot past Yannick Vestergaard, and a fantastic finish as well. It's 3-2 to Blackburn, and like I said, that's exactly what we're going to need in the Premiership, you know, like a real fighting spirit, never giving up, because we're not going to be in front too many times. I'm not kidding myself. I don't believe we're going to get a Champions League spot in the first season. We are going to be in a relegation scrap most likely, and that is exactly what we're going to need. We're going to need performances like that, coming from behind to get something, and to get a win in that third pre-season friendly game was great. But Dixon 2, who is off to QPR for, I think it's 850 grand, so that's perfectly fine. And like I said before, I do want a better first choice goalkeeper. As much as I love Gazaniga, he's not good enough, so I thought I'd go for John Ruddy. I know I spent pretty much my entire budget, but I do have a player called Ruben Rashina, who was in the club when I actually first took over, and I've never used him. I don't think I played him once. He's really not my type of player, so I'm just going to try and offer like a really low bid and him in a swap deal, trying to meet the valuation that way, if that makes sense. So the actual valuation will be sort of met, if you will. But I also asked the Venkis. I flew over to India. I met them in their chicken farm, and they were like, "What's going on, bruv?" And yeah, I asked for 5 million. They were like, "Dude, you're on a fucking laugh. We'll give you 1 million." So that's not too bad. 1 million is not too bad. I mean, I would have liked more money, but I think that will help if we can get ourselves a decent goalkeeper. I'm sure that £1 million will come in handy. So, you know, I'm not pleased. I wanted it to be at least 2.5 million, but I guess it's better than nothing. You know, you take what you get, really. I mean, you know, I could have got nothing, so I guess 1 million is better than nothing. But here's a youth scout report from my Korean Republic scout. Don't think I signed any of these players. Think I released a couple. This one here didn't look very good, and this guy as well. But yeah, pretty sure I just released all of these guys because they weren't that great. But I got a few good South Koreans, but the majority are looking pretty poor, which kind of sucks. I think I actually released all of these, did I? Yeah, looks like it. I don't know, I'm just going to say yes I did. But yeah, I released all these guys. And the final bit of news you'll see is that Norwich declined a bid for John Ruddy, which is no real surprise because I think I only offered like 200 grand plus Rashina. So I decided to up the bid a little bit. They wanted more money, so I did just that. And hopefully in the next episode, Norwich will say, yeah, that's fine, and let us speak to him. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for that next episode very soon.